Hurricane Melissa didn't just brush Jamaica, it tore into the island with 185-mile-per-hour winds, ripping away more than 200,000 roofs, crushing roads, and throwing whole towns into darkness, mainly in western parishes. And yet, something unforgettable happened next. In the middle of the fear, the rubble, and the silence, 10 entertainers refused to leave Jamaica behind. They didn't just offer thoughts and prayers. They utilized planes, boats, money, and global influence to help the island regain its footing. These are the heroes among us. Stay to the end. There are 4 bonus facts, including the impact of Spice and other hidden stars, whose help made a real difference. Worst storm in modern history. On October 28, 2025, Hurricane Melissa slammed into New Hope as a Category 5 monster, the strongest storm to strike Jamaica in over a century. Entire communities in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, and Hanover were almost unrecognizable. Roads collapsed. Bridges disappeared. Power and communication failed across massive areas. But while Jamaica struggled through its darkest hour, an extraordinary movement began, led by entertainers who chose action over applause. Let's begin with the people who moved first. 1. Shaggy into Ground Zero. As soon as airports reopened, Shaggy mobilized fast. He secured 2 private planes through his friend Dan Newlin and flew in with relief supplies. The drive into Black River, St. Elizabeth, took 6 hours instead of 2, thanks to debris, mud, and flooding. When he arrived at night, the town was in complete darkness. Shaggy later said it looked like Ground Zero. He delivered water, tarpaulins, diapers, sanitary pads, flashlights, and batteries, partnering with Global Empowerment Mission and Food for the Poor to get supplies directly to families. Shaggy didn't send help. He became the helper. 2. Richie Stevens, giving back to his roots. For Richie Stevens, the storm struck his home parish. He returned to Russia in Westmoreland, the community where he grew up, and immediately began helping. With support from diaspora friends in New York, Florida, Canada, and the UK, as well as his own funds, Richie delivered thousands of care packages to the people he knew and loved. It was personal. It was home. It was a reminder that community ties never break. 3. Winnie Harlow showing up in the floodwaters. Jamaican-Canadian supermodel. Winnie Harlow didn't just post awareness. She came to Jamaica and boarded boats to reach flooded communities in St. Elizabeth, where roads were cut off. She carried food, water, and supplies directly to families trapped by floodwater. A global icon chose muddy waters over glamour, for no other reason than love for Jamaica. 4. Diplo, joining the water mission. Alongside Winnie, producer Diplo also chartered boats to reach those stuck in St. Elizabeth. No PR campaign, no press conference, just 2 people who saw suffering and moved toward it rather than away from it. A different kind of hero. The first 4 risked their own safety, but another group of entertainers became heroes in a different way. They used global platforms, foundations, and massive followings to raise money, rebuild homes, and strengthen Jamaica for the storms still to come. These next names helped to shape long-term recovery. The strategic lifelines. 5. Sean Paul, doubling Jamaica's support. When Sean Paul spoke to international media, including CNN, he announced a $50,000 matching campaign. Every dollar donated was doubled, turning small gifts into big impact. His foundation collaborated with Food for the Poor Jamaica, and he later visited Petersville Primary and Infant School, partnering with World Central Kitchen to distribute warm meals. Sean Paul didn't just give, he multiplied giving. 6. The Marley legacy, rebuilding roof by roof. The Bob and Rita Marley Foundation launched a focused GoFundMe that quickly raised over $156,000. Their idea was brilliant. Donors could help fund roofing kits priced at $3,800 each, including materials and installation. Support came from stars like Maxi Priest, Aljamain Funkmaster Sterling, and 21 Savage, creating a worldwide coalition. This wasn't symbolic giving. It rebuilt actual roofs over real families. 7. The Weeknd, feeding hundreds of thousands. Superstar, The Weeknd, through his EXO Humanitarian Fund, donated $350,000 to the World Food Programme for emergency support in Jamaica. The WFP targeted up to 200,000 people for food assistance. One artist helped feed nearly an entire parish. 8. Rihanna, rebuild and reimagine for the future. From Barbados, Rihanna and her Clara Lionel Foundation didn't just focus on recovery. They launched the Rebuild and Reimagine Fund, aimed at strengthening the Caribbean's future. The fund supports solar-powered water systems, mobile health clinics, Category 5, resistant school reconstruction. Rihanna's vision goes beyond relief. It builds resilience. 9. DJ Khaled. This is for the kids. The moment he heard about the storm, DJ Khaled called Bounty Killer directly and pledged $40,000 through his We the Best Foundation. His focus was simple: to support schools and hospitals, especially those that cared for children who had lost everything. 10. Bounty Killer, a foundation for moments like this. For decades, Bounty Killer and his Bounty Foundation have helped vulnerable communities across Jamaica. After Melissa, he used his presence, partnerships, and community trust to deliver support where it was needed most. He didn't reinvent himself for the crisis. He simply continued the mission he has always lived. Bonus facts: 4 more hero stories. Bonus fact 1. Spice, Grace Hamilton. Dancehall star. Spice used her powerful platform to rally attention, compassion, and support for families in need. Her voice, especially among women, young people, and diaspora fans, helped keep Jamaica's struggles visible and urgent. She personally handed over thousands of care packages and truckloads of building materials. Bonus fact 2. The wider dancehall and reggae family. Many other artists gave quietly: Popcorn, Romain Virgo, Movado, and more. Their support didn't always make headlines, but collectively, they formed a strong circle of love and solidarity. Bonus fact 3. Global friends with big hearts. International names like Denzel Washington and Tyrese Gibson stepped forward, donating money, supplies, and public support to help Jamaica recover. Bonus fact 4. Diaspora concerts that became lifelines. Major benefit events like I Love Jamaica, Jamaica Strong, united performers, including Inner Circle, Kez, Tisan Chin, Kaimani Marley, Richie Stevens, and more, raising funds for support jamaica.gov.jm and helping rebuild the island through music. Why these stories must be remembered. Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica with unimaginable force, but the response showed something greater than the storm. Jamaica's culture does not crumble. It lifts, it gathers, it rebuilds. These entertainers, along with many others, use their gifts to serve the island they love. Their courage and compassion remind us that even in the darkest moments, Jamaica is never alone. If stories like these matter to you, if you believe Jamaica deserves to be seen, honored, and heard, please subscribe to the channel, Impacting Jamaica. Together, we can continue to tell the stories that define who we are. Jamaica Strong, Jamaica proud, Jamaica forever.